Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is episode 90 of the Showcase Showdown Challenge. Still at my side is Mr. Thompson. Hello to you, sir.
Good evening.
Gained a mighty 1 after winning and then losing in the same episode. So, mighty 65 is what we are going to be faced with.
Don't make it too difficult for me.
Can't run that particular... I was just about to offer you this role, actually, but one of them is the Porsche Legends pack, which you do not have, so we cannot run it. It was a GT1 and the Can-Am Porsche at Long Beach.
I mean, the cars are not the issue, it's just the track, really. Because I can just choose a different car from the category.
Yeah, but that's this particular one is Porsche Legends only category. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so that one, sadly, you couldn't do. Normally, you'd be correct. So, for this episode, then, it is going to be... yes, that is possible. Ooh, now that's going to be fun. The vintage Formula 1 D, which is the Lotus 25.
Oh, dear.
And Group 4, which I believe, off the top of my head, is only the... unless you have Spirit of Le Mans, which you've already said you don't, is the BMW M1 Pro car, if I remember.
Yeah.
That's
a nice car.
And you will probably tell me off for how I pronounce this, the Mullenbach.
That was pretty good, actually.
For an Englishman.
I'd call it Mullenbach, but yeah.
I was pretty close.
That was very close. So yeah, even with the difficult CH.
But you know the small track of which I speak.
Yes, I do know. I actually have been to the small town of Mullenbach.
Right.
2 months ago, actually. I had a bit of a vacation holiday thing going on in the Eifel. And where we stayed was literally 15 minutes from the track.
Oh,
so,
lovely.
Yeah. So, yeah, I took my car for a spin around the Nordschleife.
Oh, that must have been fabulous.
That was great fun. I don't own a fancy sports car or anything. It has 130 horsepower.
It doesn't matter.
It did the job very well. If you go into Fuchsröhre at about 160-ish, 170-something k's an hour, it still pushes you into your seat. So.
Yeah. It's the fact that you're there, though. You're surrounded by racing history. It's the fact that you're just, I'm here, and that kind of feeling I had when I went to Silverstone a few weeks ago.
Yeah, correct.
You're suddenly surrounded by this mythical entity you've only ever seen on TV.
Yeah.
Let's run the vintage F1Ds first. So the Lotus 25. This is going to be amusing. I think they're both going to be amusing. Me and Hamish ran the GT, amongst other things, we ran the GT1 category here, and we had the Panos Esperanti. It was fabulous fun. It was so good.
Yeah, the Panos is a great car as well. I have learned to really like the sound of it, the roar it has.
That deep roar. From
back in, what was the game? I think it was Total Immersion Racing. It's a super old game.
Yeah.
Well, the liveries aren't really much of a difference. It's just all one color, is it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's either white, green, or blue.
Yeah, and all
variations of
faded colors, not really anything that out, except for the actual original Lotus one, but that would be too easy. So I'm actually going to go with this one, which has which is the legendary Ferrari number from later decades. Who drove that? I think it was Gilles Villeneuve and Gerhard Berger, and I think Lacey at some point as well.
Oh, right.
Had the Ferrari number 27.
Oh, 20? I thought it said 97.
No, it's 27.
Beg your pardon. 27, if I remember my German numbers correctly.
Yes. 27 in Swedish, which I'm trying to learn at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ich habe Nummer 4. That's as close as I'm. That's probably as close as I'll get without actually murdering your.
Where am I? Oh, I'm second to last.
Second to last. I am actually second, so we literally kind of bookmark near enough. So I have to fall back.
No, I still don't want loose setup game. Thank you.
It's determined to give you loose. So I'm going to drop to 16th and hopefully not cause a complete pile-up.
Because if you do, I'll see it.
Yeah, yes, you'll have to do well to avoid it. Wow! Watch the wheel spin. Watch it on the right-hand side because that's where I'm slowing down.
Everybody's slowing down.
Come on, 13.
There's nowhere I can really go. Oh, I'll just go straight round the outside of a billion cars.
Come on, I haven't hit the number yet. 15. There's you, 16. There we go.
From 29 to 15 in one.
Beautiful. Ah, there's a problem on the inside there. Now watch your brakes. Watch your brakes. Because I'm only a couple of cars behind you. I'm taking some bollards with me.
I don't know how this is even a racetrack.
Yeah, I know. It's bizarre, isn't it?
This cut through is so weird. I think they only really use it for the drift events or so.
Yeah, it's got to be some kind of...
I think they might actually use it for their Formula School.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. It's like the Not Kill Tri-Oval. It's literally 3 corners and about probably half a kilometre. But apparently it does get raced on. I remember when I did that track for, I think it was actually the Wacky Random Challenge. Oh dear. Oh, damn it. Didn't like that move. Come on, 12th, hurry up. Get on with it. There we go.
Well, they're not so bad to drive on as I had imagined. They're actually quite fun, a bit like a go-kart.
Yep, very much so.
Just with a bit more ponies.
Yes, a few more. Someone forgetting I'm on their inside. Oh,
what position did you drop back to? Did it work?
I did get back to 16th. I just haven't gone. I'm back up to 11th. So there's 10th. Oh, slow down, slow down, slow down.
The turn into the cut was really not the AI strong point.
No. Whoa, that was close. Did see your avatar briefly. You're in 5th, I see.
Make that 4th.
Well done. Just carving
through.
through.
And you up next.
Oh, right.
No.
Oh, slow down. Whew.
That was close.
Oh dear. Dive bomb.
That is second.
Well played.
We have to get the difficulty up again, Kodiak, so
yes.
Go on.
I'm trying. We got a couple of really good cars actually to do well in this field.
Oh, that's a slow air on the corner.
I bottled it. I was going to do an outside around the hairpin there.
Oh. Too light for Schumacher's.
Oh no, that's going to be dead.
That's a weird thing I've noticed as well.
What's that?
Obviously, I do speak German, but I noticed myself that when I speak English and I pronounce names, I suddenly pronounce them completely differently and very incorrectly.
Such as?
Well, I said Schumacher, which is bullshit. Sorry, but it's just so bad.
As in, you're saying a German name the English way, almost. Or how
yeah,
an
well, in
English
general,
person.
all names. I mean, he doesn't race in F1 anymore, but when I would speak about Danny Kvyat, I would pronounce it like that in English, but for a fact I know because German TV asked when he was new to F1, and that's what they pronounce him correctly, is that it would be Danny Kvyat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
UK TV never bothered with a nicer tree of asking.
Enough, UK TV doesn't even bother to ask, but that was the first thing that German TV actually asked him when he was new to F1.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
How is the proper pronunciation of your name? And it's actually Danny Kvyat.
He's probably so used to everybody getting it wrong outside of Russia, so...
I mean, everybody says Vettel as well, and I would say Vettel when I speak English, but it's actually Vettel.
Yeah, see, we can't pronounce it correctly.
I mean, you could, if you knew how. I mean, there is an F sound.
Yeah, but we're English, we're ignorant as far as non-English names are concerned, I'm afraid. That sadly is a trait of us Brits. Is that we will say it this way and sod the rest of it.
Yeah, but I just know... This is the thing I notice because I do it as well for whatever reason, even if I know better. It's just a thing I do. But on the other hand, it will, like if I speak English and speak about stuff in Germany, I had to use like German expressions all the time for places or people or whatever, and we would always switch between pronunciation. That would be weird as well.
I can imagine. I mean, I'm hopeless when it comes to languages. Oh, I'm going to be off again. Oh, no,
so if I say we're driving around the Mullenbachschleife on the Nürburgring, I mean, obviously all English speakers would know what it means, and it would sound like sensible. I don't know how to put it, but it would make sense. Yeah. If I say we're driving around Mullenbachschleife on the Nürburgring, it would sound like broken up and weird, and you know what I'm getting at?
Yes, completely. But it's the correct German pronunciation of a German word. So, but of course, those kind of vowel sounds don't exist, so we've got nothing to relate it to. That's kind of the ignorant English way of thinking of it. Is we're not used to having umlauts and things like that in our language, so we don't know how to interpret them correctly. So we just kind of butcher it and kind of force it into an English pronunciation. Hence Nürburgring as opposed to Nürburgring, I suppose it would be.
Nürburgring.
Oh, again, not too far off.
Not too far off, yeah. But interestingly enough, what I've noticed that even UK commentators get Jerez right. What? Like, of all tracks, why Jerez?
That one I can't answer. Oh no, that's
what? You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
Because if you watch all broadcasts, they do get that one name right.
Yeah, we don't say Jerez.
No.
It was always Jerez. That is true, actually. Oh, we're catching up to people that have them.
And that's just not the way English speaker would pronounce that if you read the word.
No, indeed. Yeah, that one I can't answer, I'm afraid. I don't know. Not actually thought about it until that particular moment.
I'm actually coming up to the lap cars now.
Yeah, I'm only 1.2 behind you. I've been chasing you for the last few laps.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm going to talk less now and concentrate more.
Oh. Yeah, don't expect them to obey any blue flags.
I'm not. I'm just going to put them between me and you.
That seems a perfectly fair and valid tactic.
Don't block me. 1 minute 15 remaining. Kodiak, you're running out of time.
Yes, thank you for that.
And I've added a 3/10 on that last lap to your... No, let's make that 7/10. Adding insult to injury. Now you know how
that was close.
Oh, that's my teammate, actually.
Whoa.
That's so slow in the cut through, it's incredible. I could just floor it and blast past them.
Ah, damn it. I held up there.
You're still there.
Yeah,
that
still
is the
here.
last lap now, so...
Yeah. Oh, what a move, Thompson. That was beautiful.
Round the outside. One little Thompson, around the outside, around the outside.
I was just trying to think of that, actually.
Oh, that's a bit wide. Oh. Got to slow down. I didn't get a penalty either. Sideways through the S in the gravel and
nice.
overtaking 2 cars while doing it. And did not crash into any of them coming into the...
Chased you for so many laps. Oh, yeah, that was great fun.
Yeah, as this channel usually is.
Well, some combinations are more frustrating than fun, but that was brilliant. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
I wouldn't say they're frustrating, they're usually just difficult to drive.
Yes.
Frustrating was the Project Cars 1 Wacky Random Challenge when we drove in the night in storm with fog with a car with no headlights. That's frustrating.
Yes, I remember that one. That would be the IndyCar at Mojave in the dark, in the fog.
That one as well.
Yeah, in the fog and in the wet. I was like, crap. That's not going to go well. And it didn't. 40.
Your best lap actually was 0.8 faster than mine. Well, that was probably mainly because you were pushing, trying to catch me. I was just driving at the front and telling a tale.
Right, it's the Group 4s. Now, I've got the Spirit of Le Mans Porsche. It's going to be interesting to see. I think you'll only have the BMW. I'm not.
Yeah, it's only going to be the BMW, but I love that car.
It's a bit of a brick, that thing. It's huge. But it's a good car, though. It's really well planted. What liveries have I got on this thing?
Am I going to go with any other livery than the original one?
Well, that is entirely up to you.
No. There's no livery that is so good that it would rectify not using the BMW livery.
You say not using that one? Nothing replaces.
Yeah, because I am using it.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, nothing replaces that. Well, I've gone for this.
Sorry, my sentence got so long it might have been difficult to follow it.
Yeah, mine kind of looks like a Duracell battery. Vehicle record for this one?
40.4.
Oh, 40.5.
So again, about the same pace as the F1 cars.
God, I can't imagine the F1 cars doing a lap here. That would be, they would bounce quite uncomfortably, I think, through the cut-through.
No. I meant the F1 cars we just drove, the vintage ones.
Oh, the vintage ones. Yeah, I was more thinking the real ones would struggle.
They have like 39 something.
Oh, yeah.
So they're about the same speed.
27th for me and 12th for you, so near the middle.
I actually just saw I've got a Hot Wheels sticker on my front windscreen.
Okay.
I don't know if that actually was there.
Wow, they were slow off the line. Hey, steady. Oh, I think it's going to be death in the first corner, mainly because I'm causing it. Oh.
So the question is, does the game actually affect my aerodynamics when I turn on the headlights?
They're pop-up ones, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really slow. Like, I work in a workshop for Mazdas, and so obviously I have seen a few MX-5s. And the first generation, they also had pop-up headlights.
Oh, did they?
They pop up like straight away. They're like,
doing
down.
Yeah, the Ferrari GTO ones in this game are quite slow as well.
Yeah, I think that's just the game because it went really slow, which I don't reckon is realistic.
Well, you wouldn't normally need. Oops! You wouldn't normally need to turn them on in a hurry.
Well, no, but there's no technical reason for
Well, true, I suppose.
have like lower the current that's going through the motor.
Oh dear.
No,
Unless
put 12 volt on it and it opens. And how slow it opens would mean that's like very high resistance inside the motor or something. Or why would that would only generate heat?
True.
Oh, that was as late as I did. And that is PT for me.
Oh, good job. Oh, no. Oh, dear. That's...
we left the door open.
Oh, I just killed my fellow
Did you see
Porsche.
the lockup?
I spun at the hairpin, so...
That's how far back you are.
Yes, I'm 14th now.
What was the car again you have to drive?
I'm in the Porsche 924 Carrera, which is a lovely car. I just was too greedy on the gas.
Kodiak got a maneuver and I'm getting a flag for a slow car.
That's probably the carnage I left behind.
Oh yeah, is they're just stationary here.
Oops, no, put it again.
That's a bit wide. I just really love this car.
Oops.
I mean, there's not really much of straights down here. It's only one and it's very short, but it's still over 200 Ks.
Wow.
I mean, it is downhill. And imagine it's even more downhill if you're really on the track. And having driven around the circuit, it was open when I was there, but I mean, circuit or not? I think that's an easy decision.
Oh, that was close.
But yeah, from driving around the Nordschleife, I noticed you really don't see how much it's up and down on any games or cameras. Not even on my own recording, you don't see that. But from driving, it's just sometimes you have the feeling you fall into a hole.
Wow. So the undulation is really, the altitude change is really
incredible. It's like roller coaster ride in a car.
Wow. How long did you take to go round it?
Oh, to be fair, at about Schwalbenschwanz, which is towards the end of the lap, I went a bit slower just to help my car not kill itself, because that was the point when my brakes started to smell of something. That's always not a good sign.
So you were really pushing it then? You weren't just kind of just doing a talk?
Yeah, I was making the tyres talk, and I know they're not supposed to talk, so...
Was your girlfriend with you when you did this?
Yeah.
What did she think of it?
She really liked it. So yeah, that was. She was the one actually urging me to come on, let's finally do the lap, because I was like, well, if I crash or someone crashes into me, I'm not. Because that would be quite a big financial risk.
Yes, just somewhat.
It's not an expensive car, but I mean, not having an expensive car might be actually a testimony to that I wouldn't have money to repair the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
it's still
but she urged me to, and then we finally did the lap, but it was just an absolute fun. Really had a great time, and yeah, she enjoyed it very much as well. But getting back to what we're talking about, yeah, as I said, towards the end of the lap, I backed off just a little bit to cool the brakes. But through Schwalbenschwanz itself, I wouldn't have been able to go fast anyways because there was a crash there.
Oh, right.
So yeah, when there's yellow flags, you're required to slow down to 50 kilometers an hour.
Oops,
yeah, and apart from that, I was very generous in letting faster cars pass. And obviously that costs time as well, but I think my lap time would have been somewhere 11 something.
Okay.
Which is okay for a very first lap in a car that's not really suited to
Racing.
go racing, yeah. As I said, after 17 from 20 kilometers, the brakes started to
get a bit
smell,
upset.
so, yeah.
So what did you see? What kind of other cars did you see?
You had lots of different cars with Ferraris, Lamborghinis, a lot of Porsche 911s, like all different kinds, like the regular one, GT3s, the Carreras, like all around the place. R8, quite a few.
Oh, nice.
And I'm trying to think of something. If there was anything other. When we were at Brünchen at the spectator spot that people go to, there was actually someone driving in their family too around the track. So you see all sorts of stuff. So that's funny. You see motorbikes as well.
I was going to say, did you see any bikes? Because I've seen, video footage.
It didn't have any on my lap, but I did see someone. We were standing at Brünchen.
Okay.
So you do see bikes, but not as many. Focus RS actually went on track right in front of me.
Nice.
And let me pass that around Flats because I was faster than him. So you can imagine how much I squeezed out of that car because he was doing like probably a 75%-ish lap in his RS and was slower than me going just all beams out. So yeah, that was what was quite fun. But a guessing game I like to do when I talk about my Nürburgring experience is what do you think was the loudest car I met on track?
Probably an old Cosworth V8 or something.
Nope.
Really? Go on.
It was a small, I guess, 1998 or something Honda Civic.
Really?
Yes.
Did it have the the exhaust pipe big enough for your head?
Yeah, it did. It had the full racing thing. I know I do drive a Japanese car myself, but I mean it was well big. It had a cage in and everything, I think, but it was just extremely louder than the R8 because the R8. Let me think. No, I think it was first the Civic and then the R8, and I know the R8, and it was a V10 Plus. They're really loud stuff. Well, it wasn't as loud as the Civic, and actually they do measure how loud your cars are, and if they're louder than a certain amount, they're going to say, well, you're not going to do it.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's like noise regulation, because there's towns all around.
There's towns nearby, yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously. So on this track, if you come down the straight here, and you kind of look a bit to the right over the head, and that right behind the trees, just in it's not a ditch, but you know what I mean, just a bit below the trees, that's where the Moonbat itself actually starts, I think. So there's a lot of towns around. Whoops. So what position are you in now? Because I'm lapping
second.
P9 now.
I'm in second.
Oh, yeah, there
14 seconds behind you for about 3 laps.
Yeah, I could see on the mini scoreboard. I don't have the big one like you have.
Yeah.
Stop blocking me! Would have lapped you cheeky bastard.
I've lapped 30th at least twice.
Yeah, I haven't counted. But yeah, that's going to put up the points count then. The difficulty count.
Ah!
Unless you crash.
No, not this time. Best lap? Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Because it's going to take ages to say race complete.
That was a handful, that thing.
Yeah.
It's good fun though.
I'm very warm now.
Yes. Yeah, that's enough for tonight. I think I'm utterly sweating. Come on.
Yeah, come on. 14 seconds.
Schnell.
Yeah, you now learned what Schnell is.
Yes.
Right? Oh, that's the thing. Because, I mean...
Oh! Look at that. 1,000 in it.
Oh, wow.
They're in two completely different cars.
Yeah, wow. That's what I remembered. I mean, Schnell was corrected by Borderline because he knew what it meant, but you three guys guessing the braking markers around Watkins Glen was... I nearly pissed myself while watching.
Oh, yes.
It's not meters, obviously, because you don't need 600 meters to brake, but it's not yards, because that would be almost the same. It's feet. 600 feet would be around 180 meters. That would make sense for braking, so... Come on, guys.
But that is it for this episode. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment on all the good stuff, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.